Hello, one and all, and welcome to the 165th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, recorded on November 21st, 2021. My name is Lucas Strider, and my voice might be a little weird today because I shouted a lot when Savage made what should have been an interception that allowed the Packers to win this game against the Vikings, but did not, in fact.
And you shouted a lot when Marquez Valdes-Scantling broke free for the immediate touchdown to tie up the game.
That was fucking sick. You know what?
That was pretty wild.
That
first play of the drive that we're expecting to take the full 2 minutes, and we burn 9 seconds to tie it up. Yep. It's one of those bittersweet ones for sure, where it's like, ooh. Yeah. Probably no overtime. Either defense gets a quick stop and we get the ball back, or they're going to just burn out all the clock and kick the game-winning field goal.
There's going to be a think piece about it. There's going to be should Marquez Valdes-Scantling have done that? And that was a sick play. I think he should have done that. I just wish our defense was better. They were down by a score.
You have the ball with nothing but green grass in front of you. You have to score.
If you don't score and then they somehow come up with the goal line stand,
how many times in the last 3 years have the Packers been stopped on the 1 yard line and run it 4 times in a row and then turned it over on downs?
Yep, goal line stands are possible. They feel less and less as the years go on, but still totally possible. So,
also on the podcast today, we have a man who will tell you how much his fantasy teams suck right before it goes off to demolish you. Andrew Clark.
I don't foresee that happening this time. I only have one player left to play. I mean, I got a couple of guys that are still currently playing, but I have 27 total points. It's bad. Like I said before, I started Rashad Bateman as my wide receiver 1.
Wow.
2.
Rashad Bateman.
Ty Lockett.
Yeah.
He did worse than Rashad Bateman. Or no, he's still playing.
Yeah.
Ty Lockett's definitely your wide receiver 1. Rashad Bateman probably, I don't know, man. The minute that Lamar was ruled out, that might have been I need to now find someone else. I think Jamal Williams should have been a drop a while ago at this point.
I just picked him up.
Oh, why?
Because Chris Carson went out for the season, so I dropped him, and I picked up a guy that I thought, if something wild happens and DeAndre Swift gets hurt, then at least I don't have to try to fight for this guy on waivers, because I was trying to decide. I had no real other options.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
I picked up Elijah Moore on my 10 team, and he went off for 26. That would have been a much better start than Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't with Joe Flacco as a quarterback. I didn't think so. Obviously,
with a dude making his first ever start, who's known for exclusively running for the Ravens. The minute Lamar was out, that should have been
but Lamar was out an hour before the game.
Yeah. Time to explore different options. Rashad Bateman goes from a bad wide receiver 2 start to an untenable wide receiver 2 start.
Did I accidentally my way into picking up a solid wide receiver in Darnell Mooney?
Yeah. I mean,
he's the number 1 wide receiver on the Bears.
Yeah, weird.
And Justin Fields is kind of coming along. He's developing. So
he got
makes
hurt,
sense.
and then Mooney.
He hates Allen Robinson for some reason. So Darnell Mooney.
Allen Robinson hates the Bears. Kind of publicly.
Except for he keeps re-signing with them, so he has no one to blame but himself. Oh well.
And last but not least on the podcast, going to break the theme for this one, we have Ryan Holtz, a man who has found himself in a position where he could potentially have infinite, fantastic apple pies.
Bring that again. It took a good 4 hours to make that pie. I don't foresee that being a thing that happens a lot.
Jade's making a sweet potato pie right now, and it's going to take 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but if I am able to provide infinite ingredients, then I suppose Infinite pies.
As I get older, I find myself warming up to more savory pies.
I can't stand them.
No?
Like, you mean like a shepherd's pie? Or...
Yeah. Shepherd's pie. I mean, I know... I know.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Well, I know sweet potato pie is still sweet, but that's also like... That's
It's
a
definitely
filling
sweet.
pie. Huh?
It's definitely a sweet pie. It's more filling than like...
Right.
Because it is a potato pie, but...
Yeah.
It's more like a pumpkin or like a pecan or something like
Yeah.
that pie than a
Cherry pie.
fruit pie. But yeah, no, I don't. I can't deal with those. I mean, like shepherd's pie and stuff like that is just like a calzone.
Yeah, no,
basically.
I was
Like, at
gonna
a certain
say those
point,
aren't even really
it's not
like
even
pies.
pie.
I saw
just
a
meat.
video for like a steak pie recipe yesterday, and it literally was just like beef stroganoff layered in a pan with a pie crust on top. It wasn't even like pie crust on the sides or bottoms. It's not a pie.
What if we put an entire dinner in a crust and called it a pie?
It's like a burrito, but it's
Yeah.
pie.
Ooh. Is Epic Mealtime still around? Can they make a burrito pie?
Around.
Oh.
I think half of them got canceled.
I think they are still
Oh.
around though, with like
they do like compilations, don't they? They just try to like capitalize on all their old videos.
Epic Mealtime.
That's any YouTuber from when we were in high school now. Unless they're like mainstream now. Unless
Yeah,
they
I don't-
sold out.
I don't think that main dude is on Epic Mealtime anymore. Oh no, maybe he is. Oh, he lost a ton of weight. That is still
For him.
was it Charlie Mornstein or something like that?
Harley.
Harley, yeah.
Yep.
You know, he's still there. Yeah, he
No,
looks
yeah,
so
they are
different.
still trying. But yeah, like lasagna burrito, for example, 36,000 views.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
They
boy.
have 7 million subscribers, and like one of their classic videos got less than 40,000 views.
Damn.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
not-
man.
That's not even good for them back when 36,000 views was a lot of views on YouTube.
36,000 views was never a lot of views on YouTube.
Okay.
Like since YouTube has been monetizable,
All right,
36,000 views is
fair.
not a lot of views. Oh yeah, Oh, this is pretty sad.
How
I
far
guess
do you
they
got
are
to go
still doing it.
back to find like real Epic
A
Mealtime?
million. Yeah, when was their last million view video? I guess would be mine. World's Spiciest Pizza had a little bit.
What?
I
they made a called
found
World's
a
Spiciest
million
Pizza.
view video 6 years ago. Bacon Bomb Dog.
Okay. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
6 years ago. Yeah, you're definitely talking actual Epic Mealtime era.
Yeah.
Back when that was in vogue. Damn, when was their last 1 million view video? They have been... Okay, the last 1 million view video was 200-pound burrito made of candy. Top 5 craziest. I think it's a clip from 2 years ago, 1.6 million views, and it just has a colorful thumbnail and a catchy title, so you know it just
Best
picked
of
up the
years,
algorithm.
God.
Oh no! Before that, they did make a legitimate video, 100-pound Nutella sandwich that got almost 2 million views 2 years ago. So that one's legit.
Alright.
200-pound McDonald's burger burrito, 3.3 million. So as of a couple years ago, they were still actually making hits.
Epic
So
deep
that's,
fry gone wrong. It's just
gone sexual.
Have you guys seen those have you guys seen those videos of firefighters demonstrating the dangers of frying a turkey?
yeah, and just making it look really
Right.
cool. Just making a bomb with a big pot of fry oil and a frozen turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen, and then they literally like drop the turkey from like
Yeah.
5 feet above into the pan, so like
Yep.
it's maximum
Yeah.
splash, and the oil
That's-
just
I
goes
mean,
everywhere.
You see people do that in real life though sometimes, where they're holding it over and they're like freaking out, so they put it on a stick and then just drop it in, and it just fucking blows up the kitchen.
Yeah,
What are you doing deep frying a turkey, man? Bake that shit. Roast that shit.
plenty of people do it.
Eh.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, people do it. I don't know if it's the best way or even a reasonable way, but yeah, definitely a thing people do. I think most people who do it probably have like a backyard deep fryer, like a legitimate setup, and not just a giant pot full of oil that they heat up to unreasonable temperatures. Like, yeah, that's not the way you should be deep frying anything ever. So, but yeah, no, I'm thinking people with like the
Yeah,
stand
yeah, yeah.
and like That's, one of the vats with like a thermometer, and it's like more of a science than an actual cooking thing.
Huh.
Those people do it.
And we people are about to head into News of the Week. Move over, Dead by Daylight. Move over, Predator Hunting Grounds. Because Dragon Ball The Breakers is coming in 2022. Did you guys see any of this?
Yeah, I did. It looks so stupid.
Okay. Predator Hunting Grounds is stupid in concept. So is this. Both seem like they'll be a fun time.
Predator Hunting Grounds should be a good game. Like it literally lends itself to the concept of a video game very well. They just completely fucked it. Like whoever was developing it just clearly had no idea what they were doing. I don't know.
When it's like,
is it a thing with Dragon Ball, like that someone hunts the others?
So
I haven't seen
in
enough
this
Dragon
game,
Ball to know.
the conceit is that like the one player is playing as the one of the three main villains, Frieza, Cell, or Boo, and then they are running around trying to kill 5 other players who they're just playing as like background characters in Dragon Ball, like not super strong dudes, just normies running around trying to either escape or like delay them long enough for them to escape.
Like, I don't...
But did that happen in the anime?
Kinda,
like,
yeah.
Ever? Did any like regular people just get hunted by the big bad villain?
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Cell specifically.
Okay. And that's what they were drawing an allusion to with this trailer.
But they show like the Pigman pick up a rocket launcher and shoot it at Cell. And I don't want to get too deep into Dragon Ball lore because I don't know very much. In something that was very well established to do literally nothing.
Distract him. It'd be distracting.
It's like once a season they have to make sure everyone understands that these are not regular people by having like a tank shoot at a person and just have the rocket bounce off like it was a fucking pebble.
Yes, in original Dragon Ball, Goku and Krillin were getting shot in the head as like a joke.
It would make it a very different game. I feel like it'd be like Spookums, the Funhouse video, where like all the people who are fighting the bad guy end up being more powerful than the bad guy, so it's just kind of the bad guy becomes the new victim, like the new kid that's getting bullied.
Oh.
It would make it very different.
I might buy this game depending on the price point. We'll see.
Were you gonna... I feel like it's a co-op game with friends. We're not...
I mean, we'll get into like the sustainability of Battlefield eventually.
We're not going to buy this game, though, even if Battlefield 2042 sucks and we hate it. Like, we're not buying this Dragon Ball Z... Well, look, I guess I should speak for myself. I'm not buying this Dragon Ball Z clone of, Dead by Daylight.
Because guess what?
Style.
We already have Predator Hunting Grounds.
Christmas right around the corner.
No, it does suck, but like, if we want a shitty game that isn't good but still kind of a fun time to play with friends, we have that.
Is Space Napoleon Hitler in Predator Hunting Grounds? Didn't think so.
Space Jeffrey Dahmer is there.
And
why Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't know. I
weird choice of killer.
I needed to think of the first serial killer that came to my mind, and it was that guy.
I don't know. Would you call the alien the predator a serial killer?
Well,
absolutely. What?
Do you think the predator has the same understanding of like morality and like life itself? Like,
Jeffrey Dahmer obviously
that's
didn't.
like what?
Jeffrey Dahmer did.
If a predator was killing other predators, then yeah, definitely. But like, what are we to a predator in terms of morality? Like, yeah,
exactly.
Well, okay, people that go out and kill like cats and squirrels and stuff, and then like strip them and just display it all over their body.
Yeah,
hunters.
They're like serial killer stuff.
Talking about hunters, Andrew?
No, not hunters. Like,
hunters that go into the woods, kill a wild animal, strip it and display it as a trophy.
No, not like just display it as a trophy and use its meat. Like the predators carry spinal cords around on their belt. That's some serial killer
humans
stuff.
put it in their basement on display for everyone to look at.
They tie
and
that
gawk.
shit to their truck.
It's the same concept. They're definitely making a statement by having the predator do what he's doing to humans, by being like, this is what we do.
Also,
to
you're going
other
in a totally
animals.
different direction. I was like, well, the intelligence angle of it, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just literal, like, morality. Like, we don't even know if they come from, like, a society in the same way that we do. Like, there might be no shared understanding of, like, what it means to be moral. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer grew up in a society that, like, was constantly telling him not to kill a bunch of people and eat them. Like, but he did it. And then...
He heard it every day, and Jeffrey Dahmer's a goddamn rebel.
If he really didn't, he's a Sigma male. If he really didn't know that it was bad, he wouldn't have tried to hide it and dissolve them all in acid and shit like that. Like, he knew what he was doing was wrong. For all we know, the Predator's like, yeah, no, this is what we do. I'm literally compelled to do this by my instincts. Like, yeah. I don't think Predators are bad guys in the same way that we think of humans.
I'm pretty sure Alien versus Predator established that, like, no, yeah, this is their culture. Like, this is what they do.
I think Alien versus
Jeffrey
Predator
Dahmer
is not canon.
I think that the Predator is space Chris Kyle.
Okay, that'll work.
That's the comparison when he was like, yeah, definitely pretty immoral, but, like, mostly just, like, really good at what he's doing, like, and that's why he's demonized. Like, the Predator is space American Sniper.
Okay, you know what? That's a title contender.
Space American Sniper.
All right, I'm glad we can have some levity before we get into the heavy shit. I'm just going to go through these all at once because they're all kind of related and came out sequentially. Via reporting from the Wall Street Journal, Bobby Kotick is accused of being directly aware of sexual harassment at Activision-Blizzard and participating in that behavior, even threatening to kill a woman, his former assistant, if she spoke up about his harassing of her and other employees. Also, and now we're just getting fucking wacky right off the bat. The email sent out by Fran Townsend that Kotick dragged as being tone deaf in response to Activision Blizzard's handling of reports of sexual harassment was actually written by Kotick himself. I'm still not totally sure if he did that to, like, make Fran Townsend the fall person, or if he genuinely thought that was a good email at one point. But regardless, in an update to last week's story about Jen O'Neill leaving her co-studio head position, the Wall Street Journal revealed that she was apparently paid less than her male counterpart in the role. I'm the Joker now? They literally were like, we need to show that we care about women in this company, that we care about equality in this company. Let's do the most codified way of showing discrepancy between male and female employees. And, like, I don't know, maybe Kotick's fucking done eventually, but as of right now at least...
Yeah, they're not making any moves.
No, the board is
right now, which is
the board
insane.
is deciding that they're sticking with Kotick in spite of that should be 1,200 employees signing a petition asking for Kotick's removal. Similar number participating in a walkout last Thursday or Friday. Stocks are tanking. Call of Duty isn't selling. It's probably unrelated to all of this, but yeah, weird that they're keeping Kotick on despite. What? No, he's the problem now. Weirdly enough, like they can't make this go away without making Bobby Kotick go away.
This is completely unrelated and very shallow, but Bobby Kotick's like really short.
Oh, get him the fuck out of there!
I saw a picture of him at the Game Awards next to a woman, and he's like a head shorter than her. Like,
damn.
He must be like 5'5" at the tallest.
Sickening.
I mean, I would not expect someone running a frat boy Chad culture to just be
wow. Okay. Yeah,
very
5'6".
short. Like,
Damn.
yeah, if that. I mean, that's reported. Like, probably more. Yeah, like 5'4" if he's reporting 5'6".
According to
Go to the
wealthypersons.com, 5'6".
Wealthypersons.com.
What is his net worth? Is it actually like really wealthy or just like normal wealthy?
CEO of a company like
600
net
mil.
worth 2021,
That's-
$8 billion.
Whoa, that's a big discrepancy.
Where? I see celebrity net worth 600 million.
Right below salary.
Salary's 30.
I'm on wealthypersons.com. Yeah, they're saying $8 billion.
I feel like a lot of this
He's
is.
not-
I mean,
Did he found Activision? How did he?
all
That's
all
impossible.
net worth websites are kind of purely speculation and like rounding estimations and all that kind of stuff. So it could be just people don't know how much stock he has, and one person might
He
be.
can't have $8 billion worth of stock as a CEO. If he was a founder of Activision, sure, and I don't know enough about the founding of the company, but as just a CEO, as an employee, it is nearly impossible to be worth that much money. Like, unless you are the CEO of, like, Apple or some shit. Like, your company has to literally be, like, $1 trillion company to be worth that much. Sure.
The richest has them at a net worth of $7 billion.
Yeah. Celebrity net worth has 600 million, which sounds
Right.
way more in line with what you'd expect.
Well, he's
Like,
been
billion is just so much more
he's
than
been
million,
on-
you know?
I
And
think
then
he's
have
been the
7 of
most
them.
overpaid CEO via.
You can't make that liquid, though. Like, it would have to be all
Alright.
stock. You cannot be worth... liquid... If someone had $8 billion of liquid cash,
yeah.
they'd be unbelievably
No,
wealthy.
I'm running up
Like,
on that man in the streets. Like,
Yeah. Literally, like, the amount of money that $8 billion of
Yeah,
actual cash is.
he did
It's
just pretty much
unfathomable.
single-handedly tank Activision-Blizzard stock. So you know what? Maybe that did hurt him.
It definitely hurt him. Regardless, even if his net worth is only 600 million, I'm gonna guess at least 500 million of that is completely stock.
and then
So,
the son has his net worth at 64 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth.
What
Which
is Bobby Kotick's son's name?
One. No. The
Oh,
U.S. Sun.
okay.
The paper.
These people are working off of different
What's the US Sun?
definitions of
Wait.
net
I
worth.
mean, it's just like an online news. It's not like a well-known. It's an online news
I thought the
website.
son was sketch.
But they're citing Celebrity Net Worth as saying that he has a net worth of 64 million. But if you go on Celebrity Net Worth, it has it at 600 million, and then everyone else has it at several billion dollars. So I don't know.
And then I didn't add this, but also several big names within gaming, like Phil Spencer of Xbox, have at this point, kind of alluded to, maybe we should reevaluate our relationship with Activision-Blizzard and Bobby Kotick and all of that stuff. So it seems like there's mounting pressure for his removal, but can a wealthy white person receive consequences for their own actions? We'll see. I don't know. This is
Any
Right.
white person.
it's yeah. No, this is frustrating, I guess. It's good. It's good that this is all coming to light, and maybe actions will happen. But I cannot imagine what that workplace environment must look like right now, especially after the Activision board, the heads of the company, saying, yes, we are implementing a zero-tolerance policy for sexual misconduct at Activision-Blizzard. No abusers, no harassers at our company. I mean, except the CEO. He doesn't count. Mm-hmm. He can stay.
The board announced like explicitly because someone asked them, is he going to get fired because of the no tolerance policy? And they said the no tolerance policy does not apply to the CEO. So and it's the no tolerance meme, and then Bobby Kotick, sexual harasser, 1 tolerance.
Just the way organizations work. If Bobby Kotick remains there as the head of this company, and they're saying, we're changing our culture, that can't happen with Bobby Kotick at the top of that culture.
And there's no legitimacy. Like, if anyone gets called out for being a harasser on the work floor, they can say the goddamn CEO is a potential rapist. He threatened to kill somebody. Like, what? How? This doesn't make sense.
Sucks. There's no good pivot off of this either, other than Bobby Kotick sucks. Maybe think about not buying an Activision-Blizzard game until he's removed. I don't know. Protests like that don't really work in the games industry, but maybe again this time. Whatever. The Game Awards. The Game Awards 2021 nominees are out. There are some interesting picks, but of course they're wrong, and only our 2021 top 10s will have the best games of the year in them.
Go. What's your early picks, Lucas?
Was my top 10 personally, or what do I think of these nominees?
No. Yeah, Game of the Year. What you got?
I mean, I'm gonna fight for No More Heroes 3, but I'll be fine if that only ends up in the top half because.
No, sorry.
For the Game Awards. I mean, I don't think it's actually the best game of the year, but of the games on this list, Resident Evil 8 is my favorite, and I hope that one wins.
You've only played 2 of them, so Metroid Dread not as good as Resident Evil, definitively. If you're gonna say Metroid Dread is better than Resident Evil, then it has to be.
No, I think I have spent more time thinking about and think I enjoyed my time with Resident Evil Village more than Dread. But yeah, who put It Takes Two on here?
I mean, that game just came out, so maybe it's really good and we just haven't heard anything.
That game came out in the summer.
What? I thought it came out 2 weeks ago. Oh, damn.
It Takes Two release date.
I don't know what to tell you.
March. Yeah.
Damn. Shit.
What is it doing here?
I don't know what I saw then. Something else just
I also heard mediocre things about Ratchet and Clank or Rift Apart. Whatever. Also, I hate the way this website is laid out, where I have to click through everything and not just can't see all the categories at once like previous years. Yeah.
No, you can.
Oh, how do I?
No, you can.
Yeah.
View category. Okay, easier. I take it back, Game Awards. Oh no, but I can't see all the nominees at once. Is what I mean for each category.
What?
A header, best game of the year, games, best action game, games, all on one page.
I'm sure. Yeah, some reporting. So someone somewhere has said, "Here's the full list of nominees for the Game Awards." What will happen, Lucas, if in best role playing, Cyberpunk 2077 beats Shin Megami Tensei? What will happen?
For what category? Because Cyberpunk came out.
Best role playing.
Oh,
yes.
It's nominated. No, I'm looking at.
It came out right before the awards last year, so it didn't qualify.
Cyberpunk 2077 beats Shin Megami Tensei for best.
I played a couple of role-playing games this year. I think all of them are better than Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know how it made this list other than, Keanu Reeves was in it, and they gave us a lot of money for advertising in the previous Game Awards. We should keep it in here. We should give it to him.
I gotta give a hot take. I don't know how hot it is, but out of all the things that are wrong with Cyberpunk, I think Keanu Reeves' acting may be the worst.
Oh!
Oof. That's definitely a hot take.
Because even as much as the game is kind of fucked up and just not functional, the character of Johnny Silverhand is actually kind of compelling and interesting. Keanu Reeves plays it so bland and uninterested. I don't know, man.
He didn't get nominated for best performance.
No,
which is
of course not. His performance was awful.
Of course not. Like, dude, they put the celebrities in that category. Like, they put Giancarlo Esposito, and my understanding, he wasn't in that much of the game, but like, he's all over the marketing. They put the celebs in these awards because it draws attention to the awards.
I like the full turn Andrew's kind of had on 2077.
I've not had a full turn. My opinion has stayed the same ever since I finished it, of that, like, this is an enjoyable game, kind of in spite of itself. It's not finished. I cannot say that it's a good game because it's barely a game. It's fun to play. You get some good moments out of it, and it's broken.
I'm going to call Shenanigans for the best score and music category. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, that's using all licensed music, like the movie. They didn't compose anything.
They curated it. It's like the old Fuck Jerry Instagram account. They curated the best content, and they deserve recognition for that.
Although the winner of that of best score and music should be Nier Replicant. But, like, it's also not in Best RPG or Action Game, or Best Narrative, now that I think about it. So, what the fuck are we doing here? Game Awards?
Was most anticipated game
a
category last year?
It always is. Yeah.
That's insane. What? They're giving an award for, like, the one people are looking forward to.
Yeah, it's a game that hasn't come out yet and has the most hype.
Who has won it in the
last
past?
year it went to Elden Ring. This year it's probably going to go to nominee Elden Ring.
Yeah. Because I think
That's
Cyberpunk 2077 has won it multiple years.
It won it more than once?
I think so.
Let's see. Most anticipated game awards. No, I don't want the nominees. I want all the winners. Whatever. I'll just do it this way. 2021 Game Awards. You think these will have, like, Wikipedia?
Probably.
Like, they'll be. Yeah, they are. I like the formatting of that.
Also weird that It Takes Two is under the family category, best family, because that's a game about a couple going through a divorce and is maybe not suitable for all ages of kids.
Anticipated, last year was Elden Ring.
Can't wait.
I don't see an anticipated in 2019.
No.
It's not showing up on Control F. Yeah, maybe it was just last year.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just got to the best performance page, and yes, Keanu, not there.
Yeah. Like, they always put the celebrities. It's like the category where they can get celebrities in there. There's no one else.
Andrew, how do you feel about Maggie Robertson as Lady D in there for best performance? That's not...
I get that, like, culturally, because of the meme aspect, I get that, but she's not in the game very much. At least I was gonna say, but at least Giancarlo Esposito is, like, the face of the game. Although Lady D kind of was.
She's the face of the game, man. Come on now. It's the exact same thing. She was all the marketing, like, in the same way that Giancarlo Esposito was all the marketing, like, she 100% was the face of the game.
So,
and equally was not in it all that often. I mean, did she give a bad performance?
She did well,
but
like, it's not.
Yeah.
Her performance isn't 100% what makes that character. It is the writing and conceit of that character that did it for a lot of people. Like,
is that what the kids are calling them nowadays?
Yeah, left one is writing, right one is conceit.
Like, no offense to Maggie Robertson, she did a terrific job. I think Lady D would be better if they just hired a professional dominatrix to do the voice.
I think it would be better for you. I don't know that it would be better for the general audience.
It would be better. So I have a question in the Content Creator of the Year category.
Ooh.
I thought Dream was bad.
Yeah, he cheated.
Yeah,
but he's a content creator.
Yeah.
He cheated at his speed run, but he is making content.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's mostly popular not because of how good he is at speed running,
Right.
but because of his personality and like the videos he makes.
Yeah, he's not he didn't do anything cancelable. It's just he does speed runs and he hacks the speed runs. So
I mean, he's stopped since. Basically, he was just given that little edge. Dream was dominating the Minecraft speedrun categories, and everyone was like, wow, this guy is just something else in a way that doesn't happen in speedruns because the margin of error is so slim. Usually someone's able to, approach those types of records, but he was just absolutely dominating them. And it was basically, someone took a look at what he was doing, and there's one particular part of the speedrun that's very difficult, like to get the proper amount of blaze rods needed, and he had fucked with on the back end the amount of blaze rods that get dropped, and then lied about it when he got called out for, like, basically he got a drop that was so improbable that they did the math, and it was like a 1 in 1.4 trillion chance of it happening. And when he broke the record, everyone was like, wow, what are the odds? And then someone was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and call bullshit. And then he lied, and then eventually he admitted, like, no, he claimed it was unintentional, that he didn't realize that the thing he was using was not allowed, basically. He did the Barry Bonds approach, or no, the Manny Ramirez approach, I think, where he was like, I was using women's fertility drugs. I didn't know that was illegal. It's like, But then
You're
why
popping
were you
those
using
like
them,
Tic
bud?
Tacs for fun?
Yeah. This just gets your
Did
rocks off.
you-
I don't know.
did you administer hack 38 beta 4? We were all doing it. Check Kyle's computer. You'll see.
I don't know any of these other
Right.
content creators. I think I've maybe heard of Fusely, but I literally don't know.
God,
any of these others.
you know what? I'm not even going to say we're old because I don't think I ever knew any of the content creators at any of the Game Awards.
Yeah.
I think I would. Let's see. Got to go back to it. Game Awards 2020. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the same thing. Content creators. Wasn't it Shroud or something one year? I
think
definitely
so.
know Shroud. Valkyrie won last year. Definitely know Valkyrie. These are just the winners. I want them. Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, Alana
okay.
Pierce. Yeah, I knew 4 of the 5 last year.
Didn't
2 of them were Warzone creators, but
Dr.
definitely knew
Disrespect
them.
was either nominated or won, like the year right before everybody realized he was a maniac.
Shroud won 2 years ago. I know him,
Yeah.
but I don't know any others. Courage, Dr. Lupo, Gref G again, whoever the fuck that guy is, keeps showing
Yeah.
up, and then Ewok. I don't know
That was
any of those.
2019.
Yep. Let's see, 2018. Ninja. Ninja and
Okay.
Pokimane, so I knew 2 of the 4 in 2018. But Ninja, I think
Yeah.
that was Ninja's year, right? He was just
Like
he
our
became
senior year
the
of college,
guy.
yeah.
every video game creator. Anytime they needed a video game creator, they would go for it. No, they didn't have it in 2017. That was new for 2018. They had to make it for Ninja. Ninja was so big, he could not be denied.
Well, I think streaming was like nowhere close to what it is now in 2017. I feel like 2018, 2019 is when like being a streamer became a thing that everyone started
Yeah.
doing.
I don't.
Do you think that like you have to be a streamer in order to be nominated?
Not
That
necessarily,
sucks.
but I just feel like YouTube gaming creator or like esports player just not nearly as visible as like streamers are nowadays.
I'd argue they're more visible. They just don't have the same fan base, the same like dedicated 2,000 people that will die for them.
You know what? This is gonna sound pretentious of me. Get the reporter in there who first broke this Activision-Blizzard stuff. Why not? Let's go.
Because they're not making
content
about
video game
games.
content.
They're okay. That's not content. Like, it's not the same thing.
No,
they're not.
I think they're doing
this
more.
for
I
their
think
own-
they're doing more for the industry, more for gaming than some dude who's like,
Create a
"Oh, I'm
category
gonna cheat
for
at
them."
Minecraft and rake in the views."
Create a category for them. Then
Yeah,
it's not the same
games
thing.
journalism awards. Go ahead. It's a
Yeah.
weird thing. But like,
Oh
you can
wait,
do it.
actually they can't do that because
Aaron-
games outlets vote on this. They vote on what the nominees are going to be, and then the winners.
Yeah. So
Last year, Aaron Rodgers should not have won the MVP. It should have went to, was it Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, the guy who forewent the season so he could be a nurse in a hospital during the COVID
there is a
pandemic.
separate award.
He did
for
more
that,
for
though.
the
Okay.
world.
Like they're like the Walter Payton Man of the Year award is a thing.
Yeah, and he didn't win it. I don't
No,
think.
it's because he wasn't on a team. He didn't qualify.
Yeah, he was on a team, but yeah, he didn't play.
And then, yeah, I do want to just quickly shout out this last row as being, sure, I guess this is what the Game Awards is doing now. Most anticipated game, fine, I get it. Keep the hype going. Best esports game, okay, sure, that's a growing space. Best esports athlete, all right. Esports team, okay. A little much. Shouldn't that just be the winningest team, I guess? I have no idea how you settle on the best esports coach. And then what the fuck goes into best esports event? How do you decide that?
I think esports coach is what you think esports team is. Esports coach probably goes to the most successful individual event team, like a Rocket League team of 3 people. That coach, if that Rocket League team just wiped the floor, went undefeated, and then went on to win, and they were super dominant, that coach would get nominated, and then they would choose between them. I think esports team probably is across sports, unless I'm mistaken. Like, it would be like NRG has what, like 9 or 10 different like sports that they compete in, so then they're choosing between that. And then event is probably just the same as like the Emmy for best televised special, and it's like the Oscars or the Emmy. Which one was the most cool?
Yeah, because like for best esports team, it may be a team of Valorant players being nominated against like a
that's
team
exactly
of
what it is.
League of Legends and Rocket League.
Yeah, they have. I thought FaZe was canceled also, but they have Atlanta FaZe, who are COD players, DWG, KIA, League team, Counter-Strike, Valorant, and Dota 2. So, yeah. Across the big ones, at least.
I don't know if FaZe can be canceled. It's like, it's not one person. It's
a
like a
coalition.
brand.
Yeah. It's like Antifa more than an actual organization.
I'm sure that comparison will upset absolutely no one on either side of the political spectrum.
FaZe is like Antifa. Or Antifa is like
it's an
FaZe.
idea.
FaZe is
an
more
company,
than an
it's
idea.
a
It's like
brand.
a brand. It's kind of like machinima almost.
Okay, yeah. That one's probably pretty apt. Okay, have we dragged the Game Awards enough yet?
Yeah.
All right.
Or-
Matthew Lillard will voice Shaggy in the Warner Brothers Smash clone. Respect to everyone involved in this.
Oh, you've had an about face.
Wait, what?
You now love the Smash
no,
clone.
not
Yeah, first off, I think we need to say that this is happening. I don't think we talked about it.
No,
in
we
the
talked about it
podcast at all since they
last week or
announced
the
it.
one before. Yeah.
Did we? No. With Arya Stark.
Arya Stark fighting Ultra Instinct Shaggy. And then maybe there's a Shaggy alt skin that's the weird fucked up Shaggy from the Shag and Scoob comic that I like. It's
This looks like that. This looks not the Shag and Scoob comic. No, sorry. I thought you meant Scoob the movie. This looks like the Shaggy from
kinda.
Scoob. Am I wrong? He doesn't look like any Shaggies I've ever
They are
seen.
doing a weird art style thing where it's, like every character from all of these different pieces of media kind of works in this. Like, yeah, it's a very middle ground approach that, yeah, it's weird. They should have done the Smash Bros thing and just had Injustice Batman fighting cartoon-ass Shaggy. Yes. I don't know. Matthew Lillard, he's a good actor, I think. Hot take. But, he likes doing Shaggy. He wished those Scooby-Doo movies had done better, and I'm glad they brought him in for this. It's fun. It's a fun thing I appreciate. And that will...
What the hell is Rain Dog? Sorry, I didn't mean
Oh,
to
no, you're
interrupt
fine.
you.
I think Rain Dog is unique to this. Yeah.
What? You can't do that.
Original
Yeah,
character.
you can't make a fighting game based on the characters of different Warner Brothers properties and then make a fucking random ass creature. It has to be from something. Rain Dog has to be from something.
I'm not finding it. Is it RAIN dog?
REIN dog. Yeah. IGN articles, who the heck is Rain Dog? Rain Dog is a green and white reindeer. Is original character for multiverses. What the fuck?
Sure.
That's what bothers me the most about all this.
All right, I got one more piece of news in the other category that is mostly me venting. The definitely not Holocaust appropriating Attack on Titan series announced that it would not actually sell armbands with a star on them worn by an ethnically oppressed group in the series.
Sound like you wanted to vent.
No. That's just me putting it out there. You know what? Me saying that this dumb, short-sighted, reeking of capitalism, totally insensitive, culturally insensitive thing that the Attack on Titan people did with this, these marketing people did with this, is a thing that exists, was going to exist until everybody pointed out what a horseshit idea this is. Fucking shit.
Yeah.
The last stretch of the Attack on Titan anime, until they do even more spin-offs or whatever, comes out next quarter, and I don't know if I have it in me. It's gonna be huge. There is better media out there, gang. You don't have to watch this. You could watch good stuff. Oh.
True.
I don't know.
Remember when Attack on Titan had one season and was the biggest anime thing ever?
It's still huge. But also not as huge, admittedly. Not as permeated in mainstream culture as that first season. They could have just left it at the first season. That would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, they left it on a cliffhanger. I saw season 1 of Attack on Titan, and it is one of the few times that I've watched anime and actually enjoyed it. And I just never watched the second season. And then I heard it wasn't any good, and I didn't have to, so I never picked it back up.
What if they take all of this interesting stuff and then, just have the resounding message of actually the military is good. And also, a bunch of Holocaust appropriating stuff that also feeds into bad stereotypes about Jewish people.
It's very deep. You put it down at the end of season 1 and never picked up season 2. It's like the old proverb of one day your parent puts you down for the last time and never picks you back up again. That's you with Attack on Titan, your little anime baby. That was your anime fandom. You picked it up for the last time.
If I would have watched
the
season
1
2
finale
of Attack on Titan, who knows where I'd be right now? I might be a community manager
Hey.
at fandom.
You watch the season 1 finale of Attack on Titan, and then you put it down, and that was just the end of your anime fandom. Never picked it back up again. It's fucking rough, man.
Is it?
Tear-jerking shit right there. Anime fan Andrew. Animandrew would be...
Ooh. Can we get Animandrew's Corner going once the Chainsaw Man anime is coming out?
I doubt it.
You're gonna watch it.
Andrew still hasn't watched fucking Chernobyl.
Well, okay, I mean... Yeah. Between the two, my mind's on Chainsaw Man.
The one thing that I've recommended to you guys with no caveats, no whatever, just like watch it. It is really good. You'll both.
What's the
really
caveat
like
on
it.
Succession?
It just can't happen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's slow.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's really slow to develop. If you're not into it, it literally takes 6 episodes to get going. If you're not into it after 6, you absolutely bail. But also, if you fall off after 3 hours of television because it's slow and for the most part is you just really have to fall in love with the characters and their different interactions and the insult humor and everything like that. And if you lose it at any point, it's just not going to be worth it at all. No, 100%. Succession is not a show that I would recommend with 0 caveats whatsoever. That show is real slow and is not going to appeal to everyone. Even me, this third season, I forgot how slow it fucking is. I was just God, this season doesn't feel as good. And then the most recent episode hit, and I was shit. Yep. Yep, that's why it's slow. It's because it's really good when it's good. It's almost a necessity. Yeah. And then Barry, even Barry, though, I was kind of I don't know, after 1 episode, if you don't like it, that's the show, so feel free to bail.
That's not really a caveat, though. It's just the first episode is really good and encapsulates the series. And so if you don't like it, you won't like the series.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think if you don't like Los Angeles, you won't like Barry. I don't know if that's a caveat.
Yeah. Or you could they poke fun
yeah,
at Los
but
Angeles
in a somewhat affectionate way, maybe.
Could fuel your hate boner. Boner.
Hate boner.
All right.
Sally's whole character could definitely fuel someone who calls it Holly weird and shit like that. Literally her whole thing could just be nothing but gasoline for the engine that is people that love to hate on Los Angeles.
Which, I don't know, it is, yeah, I think I've come to really appreciate Sally's character just because it's we can have more women in media who, suffer the effects of institutional sexism and harassment and also aren't paragons of virtue, she is I don't know, it makes it seem all the more real that when men are just terrible to her casually, when it's oh wait, she's also not super great. I don't know if I'd like her as a person in real life, but
you wouldn't like to hang around with her, but yeah, she's a moral person. She doesn't seem like a bad person. She just seems insufferable.
Yeah. She's not.
You would not want to be at a party with her.
Murdering people in cold blood in order to maintain their lifestyle and try to be happy.
Well, I mean, in season 2, when I don't know, just her reaction to Barry's career taking off is nothing but abject jealousy and shit. It's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's how any of us would react.
He's awful. He's not a good actor. The only time he was a good actor is, because of, extenuating circumstances outside of his control. Yeah. He cannot act. He wasn't even acting. He was just
experiencing
holding
emotion.
It together. Yeah. So he is a bad actor, but he's 6'2" and white, and they put him on the poster.
You say that we're just a couple of swim instructors. That's the title. They can't cut that out.
They can't cut that. Yeah. They said that I'd be good on the poster. They're trying to figure out where I am. You're on the poster. Just literally dying.
All right.
Oh well. Watch Barry. Watch Chernobyl. everyone. Even though Lucas and Andrew refuse, they're included in the everyone.
All right, I think that's going to take us into the next call and the meme corner. I actually did have a traditional meme for this one, but what's going on with this in here so far and already? Yeah.
Oh, no one ever puts anything in the meme corner. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's not a meme. It happened either earlier today or sometime yesterday. But an armored truck driving in, I think, no, San Diego. I said Texas, but I think it was San Diego. Like the doors just flew open and maybe millions of dollars and $100 bills just flew onto the highway over like a quarter mile, and people just pulled over and were scraping as much of it into bags as they could, which is the only rational thing that you can do as a human being at that moment. But then people filmed them. People like filmed it and like put themselves on social media, and other people like, no,
narcs.
Don't. Yeah, don't fucking do that. They'll have to give it back if they find them.
They'll get arrested.
Yeah.
That is still theft.
Yeah, I mean, like,
right?
it has
You're saying it's
before.
my waking daydream, but, like, that's illegal.
No, it is absolutely illegal, but that's why you shouldn't fucking film it. You go out with a mask on, and you scrape as much as you can into a plastic bag, and you drive off with 10 grand.
Andrew, those TVs at the doctor's office, those are free. You can take them and then sell them and flip them for money. Like, yeah, you can steal stuff if that's your way.
Yes, I understand.
You
it's
can
theft.
do it.
A fucking armored truck blew millions of dollars onto the highway. There's no possible way I'd be able to keep myself from pulling over, running into traffic, and grabbing money off the ground. Unless the guards get out of the armored truck, which it doesn't look like they
with
did.
Their guns.
It doesn't look like they did.
All right.
Because they'd have to shoot 10 people.
It should be your waking nightmare because, yeah, you wouldn't be able to stop yourself, but you should not grab money off the ground that blew out of an armored truck.
Oh, man.
That is absolutely theft, and if anyone figures out it was you, through other means, like those trucks absolutely have cameras on them.
Yeah, no, there's this sort of thing has kind of happened in the past. They don't charge the people that do it because they kind of get it. They just say, we estimate you had about this much money. You need to give it back.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, no, there was what was it? I think.
What if they estimated too much?
They probably round down.
We estimate you grabbed $35,000 worth of bills. It's like I 20 grand max. Like what? But what are you gonna say? Because otherwise they arrest you. Like.
So.
No, just like, man, I had like $20.
Which is why you go in there with a strategy. Like, has nobody else put time into thinking about how you would do this if this ever happened to you?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Okay, so...
I play GTA 5. Like, I see an armored truck, and I'm like, oh, yeah, well-placed sticky bomb.
Like, if this happened... Okay,
I get out
armored truck blows cash onto a highway. What you do, you pull over, immediately cover your front and back license plate with either cloth or paper that you have in your car. Then you take the plastic bag that you normally have in your car in case a passenger gets motion sick, and fill that up with cash only after you put on your face mask, sunglasses, and a hat if you have that in the car. Then you peel out of there. Don't...
You could have been caught on camera before you covered your license plate. And then they see your colored car going by, and there's no doubt that
I'm not saying there's no risk. I'm saying this is how you minimize risk.
Why are you guys that desperate for, like, 10 grand?
Because we're in late-stage capitalism, Ryan!
No! This is the best thing that can happen to us.
We are taking it. We're taking it to the bank. Look, don't actually take the cash to the bank. Don't take that cash to the bank.
Yeah, no, that's just you're spending money for the next
Yes.
5 years.
But that's what I'm saying. It's $10,000. Go to a doctor's office and steal some TVs. It's about the same amount of risk for about the same amount of money. Like, you could do that right now. You don't have to wait for an armored truck to blow out over the highway. There is a lot of risk. You can get away with stealing 10 grand pretty easily. There is risk, though, just like stealing $10,000 off a highway.
Regardless of how, like, sensible your argument is, we've all seen No Country for Old Men. Still, I think maybe the best thing that could happen to us is finding a group of gangbangers that killed themselves and then taking a briefcase full of money, only to have Antoine Shakur to hunt us down.
Fuck.
That was way more money. That was millions of dollars. That's a different story entirely. The amount of cash that you're going to be able to round up in the minute or so that you have is just not enough to risk it. Like, it's not life-changing money. If you get $10,000 injected into your life, yeah, it helps 100%, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. There are other people that, I would argue, like, are going to be desperate enough to go for that. I know us. We all have full-time jobs. Like, we're all living relatively comfortably. $10,000 is just not going to do that much for us. Like, otherwise, you should be stealing stuff right now because you can, and you'll probably get away with it.
It's weird that they're still keeping cash just loose in these cars, right?
You know, I really thought they'd be wrapped in rubber bands.
I've seen those like plastic bank bags. Like you can throw them in those and seal. Like, yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
Maybe someone was lazy. I don't know.
What if it was just a social experiment? What if they did it on purpose? It's all entrapment.
Yeah,
what if it's fucking
bugged.
entrapment? Yeah.
Yeah. It could be legally.
Bills.
They're just marked with traceable amounts of radiation. Pretty fancy for a city
Actually,
cop.
you should do that. You should get like you should have some kind of mechanism to make sure this isn't like counterfeit money or like that the serial tags haven't been denoted. Although I guess if it was an armored truck that was depositing money not on a way to banks, they'd have no way of recording those serial numbers. So you're probably fine. Maybe fine.
No, but it's entrapment, like we're saying. So in this scenario, some weirdo was just like, I'm marking down all of these bills, and then I'm just like tossing them haphazardly in the back of the truck, and then I'm going to have the dude in the back of the truck just open the fucking door and let it go.
And
then track him down.
In 10 days, we're going to get a Mr. Beast video where he's dressed as like a SWAT guy. He's like, I drove this armored truck down a San Diego highway. Little did the people behind me know I had filled $10 million worth of $100 bills into burlap sacks and tossed them on the highway.
Now I'm about to go knock down the door of some of the people that took the money.
Give it back.
Every one of those bills.
You're a shotgun cock.
Every one of those bills is actually a dye bomb somehow.
No, it's not traceable amounts of radiation. They are just highly radioactive. And you're going to kill everyone that took them.
Yeah. Each bill is like 1/50th worth of like a lethal dose of radiation. So if you get $5,000, that's just, that you were considered greedy, so you die of the radiation instead of just getting.
This
like,
guy could have gotten
sickness.
away with just $500, but he had to be greedy and grab this second handful.
Okay, now we're getting to some Squid Game shit. All right.
Now his skin is melting off. Oopsie daisy. Yeah. We'll see if the amputation is successful.
Let this be a lesson to all.
Ryan, you had an actual meme.
Yeah. Have y'all seen the crypto alignment?
Oh, wait, yes, I have.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
It's just I feel like the formula, like people think, it applies to everything. The formula is just does not know what cryptocurrency is and does not invest in crypto is like the stupid ditzy one, but like is well intentioned. Does know what crypto is, does not invest in crypto is like the lame one,
but like the
fuddy duddy, who's just the straight person. Does know what cryptocurrency is, does invest in crypto is the fan favorite that everyone loves and is just like goofy and doesn't give a fuck about anything. Does not know what cryptocurrency is, does invest in crypto is like the dumb one, but like in a weird way. Like they're quirky and they do their own thing. Like I don't know. Every show has 4 characters that fit those archetypes, so that it fits in the name. Basically,
I saw a good one for What We Do in the Shadows. Nandor does not know, does not invest. Nadia does know, does not invest. Laszlo does not know, does invest. Colin Robinson
Yeah.
does know, does invest.
Yeah. I'm sure they made that
Really?
joke. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure. Like, where Colin Robinson is one of his energy draining has been
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
this guy.
So I can imagine. I don't even watch this show, and I already have an image of Colin Robinson going to a guy in the park bench going, I put 5% of my yearly yield into Ethereum, and I've seen
Yeah.
massive gains, and then the guy just passing out.
Just fucking literally collapsing. Yeah, they talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's definitely the poster child, but yeah, there's some good altcoins out there right now, like Ethereum and even Doge, if you're willing to like take a big dive and go for the hard risk. Yeah, people just fucking losing their minds.
Have you heard of Cumcoin?
Growing more powerful. All right, so the meme I had walking into this one was, have you guys seen the Macedonian Phalanx meme?
Yeah, that was a thing for like a
That
day.
was fun.
How do you even defend against this?
Ryan, the image was, like
A diagram.
an antiquity phalanx diagram of a bunch of dudes with shields, spear. You know what a phalanx is, and like the caption below it, like 256 people forming the Macedonian phalanx, and then the caption on the tweet was, "How would you even defend against this?" And then a lot of people in the replies being like, cavalry and flanking, archers. I'd use a gun.
Yeah, no, like for a little bit there were like actual like sarcastic history people being like, you do it this way, and then some people just being like, gun.
So the origin was me. I promise I won't form a perfect 256-man Macedonian phalanx tonight. 3 drinks later. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good
Fun.
It was a good dumb meme. Flash in the pan. And that'll take us over to the breakouts. Andrew, you actually typed yours in, and because I appreciate that, you can go first. How you liking Deathloop?
Deathloop is still really good, but I want to say you kind of ruined it a little bit for me, Lucas, because you said like, oh, wait for that thing that Deathloop does that is bad. And so now I'm trying to blow through Deathloop and get to that moment so I can figure out what the hell you're talking about. I'm not like taking my time with the game.
I mean, we are like 4 weeks away from game of the 2010s top 10s category, top 10s episode. I stopped. I forgot how to talk momentarily there. So yeah, you got to blow through this regardless, man.
Well, I can't really figure out how long the game actually is. I saw like average playthrough is like 15 hours, which is much shorter than I thought it would be.
I mean,
I thought this is one of those games where like it's Hades and you have to beat it like 10 times.
main story 15 hours, completion is 31 and a half.
Yeah, and I've probably put like 12 or 13 hours into it so
How many visionaries have you beaten so far?
far. Separately, I've killed every single one of them.
Okay.
Now I have to do like one more quest investigation where I like figure out how to draw someone into like the same area as another so I can kill them at the same time. But after that, then it's the supposed final plan where then I have to go in one run and try to kill all of them.
Okay, so it sounds like you're nearing the end game.
Supposedly. Or, for all I know, it could do a Hades thing and I do it and then it's like, actually, you have to do it 8 more times for some reason.
God, that final boss fight in Hades, like that was... I remember you texting me being like, yeah, no,
I beat Hades.
I got Hades down to like half his health bar. Feel like I can get it on the next 1 or 2 runs, and like every fiber of my being wanting to tell you that he has a second health bar.
I really enjoyed that game, and there is obviously a lot of Hades in Deathloop and its storytelling, but after I beat Hades the first time and figured out I'd have to do it several more times, I did one more run, got to Hades again, lost, never picked it back up. I cannot do that shit. Are you kidding me? No fucking way.
I think the Minotaur and Asterius, right? Yeah. I think they're a harder fight, but okay. But fair.
No way. I have beat Hades 1 time. I beat the Minotaur and Asterius like 8 times. Hades is so much harder.
Fair enough. Looking forward to your thoughts on the hopefully completed Deathloop by next week.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have something to talk about besides Battlefield?
Watching Curb Your Enthusiasm in succession now. Just fully into... I guess I'm skipping Insecure, and maybe I should watch Insecure and not be a piece of shit. But, yeah, those are kind of the 2 shows that I'm watching. And Curb is interesting because, it's definitely someone who was once in vogue, now definitely being on the weird side of history, but still, a genuinely funny person. So it's definitely weird, but I think it's still worth watching. The OG days of Curb.
I once heard somebody describe Curb Your Enthusiasm as a show about the least woke man on the planet. I think that's no.
I mean, wouldn't that be like a Nazi?
I mean, okay, to be a Nazi, you at least have to be culturally aware. Larry David is he's kind of doing a Plato thing, where he is pointing out, flaws in our culture, in social norms, and, everybody growing to hate him for it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a thing. Yeah, the season started with someone breaking into his house, and then accidentally tripping, falling, hitting their head, and falling into the swimming pool and drowning. And then when the cops show up, they're like, "You don't have a fence. What happened to your fence?" And he's just like, "What?" And you're like, "The city of Santa Monica requires you to have a fence around all pools. You don't have a fence." And he's just like, "Oh, I bought the house like this. No one ever told me that I needed to install a fence on the pool. Oh my god." And he's just like, "Look, you seem like a good guy. I'll let you off." But then the dude who died's brother finds out that, he didn't have a fence, and blackmails him into giving his daughter a starring role in his new pilot, Young Larry. And his daughter's just a really, really bad actress. And yeah, so then that becomes the conflict of the first few episodes. So yeah, I mean, look, it's off the wall.
Oh, fuck, that's tingling my Seinfeld sense. Fuck. Ugh. Yeah.
No, it's very Seinfeld-esque. They have an episode of Seinfeld in Curb.
What? No.
Yeah, you didn't know this? They did a Seinfeld reunion in Curb and just made an episode of Seinfeld. And you see, maybe 5 minutes of the episode. You see a lot of the episode of the Seinfeld reunion in Curb. And they never actually put out the full-length 22-minute episode or whatever. But it's, implied that this is the 5 minutes. And you hear the background of all the different characters. Everyone exists in universe. So, yeah, the only people that don't exist in universe, I guess, are the other actors who don't play themselves, like Richard Kind and Jeff Garlin and Cheryl Hines. They don't play Jeff Garlin and Cheryl Hines, so I guess Jeff Garlin and Cheryl Hines don't exist, but maybe, I don't know, I guess we just maybe never run into them, and they'll do that thing where they're like, "Whoa, we look a lot alike, don't we?" But, yeah. Otherwise, I think it's, the exact same universe that we live in, so.
Awesome.
I don't know. But yeah, if you like Seinfeld, you need to watch Curb.
All right. I am 20 hours into Shin Megami Tensei V. I know a lot of fans of the franchise took umbrage with reviewers who compared this game to Persona 5. Both of these games are made by the developer Atlas. The game kind of goes out of its way to be yeah, we're going to draw some parallels to Persona 5 in this game. So I think all of those comparisons were valid. which is to say I'm enjoying this game less than I was enjoying Persona 5 at the 20-hour mark, but maybe I'll come around on it. The parts I do enjoy, though, are just when it goes balls to the wall with occult stuff and, like, Christian imagery. The plot of this game is that the apocalypse happened. Lucifer killed God and then just kind of peaced out. Demons are rolling over the world, though. Are rolling over the world now, taking over. There is one, like, dimensional pocket where humans are still alive. They're not aware that this happened, and only when they accidentally break through, like, to this, like, the actual world that is now destroyed do they figure out what's up. They're loosely aligned with the angels, and in this game, basically the difference between being an angel and a devil is like, hey, you rolling with, like, the Christian God? Cool, you're one of the good guys. If you're not, you're not. And, like, yeah, this is big and ridiculous and grandiose, and I enjoy all that stuff. But right now there's a plot line going on where it's like, this girl was being bullied a lot, and then a demon was like, hey, I can help you out. We can, like, kill the people who are bullying you. And she's like, okay, I'm down for that. And it's like, oh no, is this just going to be 10 hours of, well, nobody did anything for the bullying, but once the kid who was being bullied hit them back, then suddenly it's a big issue? Like, we fucking been there, man, and I don't think this... I don't need to sit through a worse version of Carrie, but in a video game. So, I don't know. Right now I'm a little low on it. The game is still very fun, very addicting. It's difficult. It's a tough game. I think I want a little more mechanical depth out of it right now, mostly because I'm, like, staring down Pokemon, and, like, Pokemon games tend to be easy, but, like, the type chart in those games and everything, it's... to play a high-level Pokemon, I think you need to be more considerate of more things than you do to play, say, a high-level Shin Megami Tensei. But, yeah, I am enjoying it so far. The protagonist is just I don't know if they're gay. I don't know if they're non-binary, but their design is not straight. Like, aggressively not straight, and I appreciate that. Yeah, so, I mean, in spite of the current narrative beat, and I would say
That's gay character design right there.
Are we going into the queer-coded bullshit? We wading into that? Ooh, boy.
That's not.
Ooh, lad.
That's not.
Did you Google SMT5 protagonist?
Should I?
I remember the
Yeah.
trailer.
What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, they looked pretty androgynous. I don't know what that means one way or another.
Yeah. I dig it.
Fair.
Yeah, but despite the weaknesses of the current plot line in this part of the game, and I'd say clunky character writing overall, I'm still enjoying it, because the mechanics of this game are just, like, designed to appeal to my brain chemistry. And also there's some just dumb, wacky shit in this that I appreciate. Like, at one point the Prime Minister of Japan is introduced, and everybody's like, oh shit, it's the Prime Minister of Japan. And he's just like, that's just a cover. I'm actually the head of this secret underground organization that's fighting demons. And yeah, it's dumb. I like it.
You got deep fried there for a second.
My mic blew up.
I'm sure you didn't.
Voice has gone deep fried a couple of times. It's happened twice in this
that'll be
podcast.
tough
You
in
might
post.
want to.
We gotta turn my gain down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just scroll through that. I had a question because you compared it to Pokemon. High level Pokemon only involves PvP. So, like, is there PvP? For Shin
No,
Megami
there is
Tensei?
not, and that's frustrating.
No. So there's no such thing really, because, like, there's no such. You don't need to, like. Well, what's that shit? Like the type of Pokemon and, like, the proper disposition and, like, all the whatever those fucking weird back end buffer things are. Like, Those are literally
Right.
only applicable for, like high-level PvP trainer battles where, like, at a certain point, Pokemon strategy is so basic that everyone knows the strategy, and the only way to win is to have a Pokemon that you have grinded to perfection over the course of hundreds of hours. Like, I feel like that's a weird subsect of what percentage of Pokemon is actually doing that shit? Like 1%?
like the final 10. Well, okay, within the game, like the final 10% of any Pokemon game, like you need to be aware of that high level stuff. In like the scheme of all Pokemon fandom, it's like 5%. 5% of people who touch Pokemon games would get competitive with it.
In like Pokemon Gold, you need to be aware of that stuff to like finish the game.
So not Pokemon Gold, because that doesn't really have a post game, but in like the sequel Pokemon Crystal, there is an area called the Battle Tower where the AI difficulty is spiked. The Pokemon you're playing against do have like perfect stats for their role in a party. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, now we're going to the group chat, the part that we have all been waiting for. Battlefield 2042. People are being hyperbolic. I don't think it's as bad as they're saying. It has problems, but
It has a lot of problems. I think it is as bad as people are saying, but you have to have the context of, even though this game should have been delayed, it is going to continue to be worked on, and the things that are wrong with it are probably going to be fixed. If this was just the game and they said, it's here, it's done, no more patches, no more content, I would say it is definitely as bad as people are saying. It's a broken game, but I definitely think that, like, in today's multiplayer shooter game landscape, there's going to be a lot of quality of life stuff. So, like, I did not trust that they were going to fix all the shit wrong with Cyberpunk. I think that in a couple of months, Battlefield's going to be fine. Right now, it's really bad.
I guess, I don't know, where I'm kind of at is, I'm
It's really bad.
very aware of all the shortcomings, the technical stuff, the game-breaking glitches in some cases, not being able to revive people if they land a little funny is very frustrating. There should definitely be a scoreboard in this game. Bring it back. I don't care if you think it's like anti-bullying. No, this is why everybody's here, to try to get to the top of the scoreboard. But then also, in one of our matches the other day, I destroyed a tank and killed 3 people, and then 30 seconds later destroyed another tank and killed 4 people. Like,
No, it's fun. It's Battlefield.
Yeah. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a game that is like 80% of the way there. Like, and when the quality of life improvements come, it's going to be 100% of kind of what was promised. Like, I think there's a lot of bones of like a really, really good game there. And a lot of people are complaining about the gunplay and everything like that. And my answer to that is use the PP-29. Like, people are talking about bloom and everything like that with the shooting.
If the guns aren't balanced.
They're fixing it.
No, that's what I was saying. They're going to fix it, but right now, it's not
that's
good.
how these.
That's okay. It's going to get better.
I do that. That's a part of the fun of getting in on Battlefield in like day one, going through the cycles of, okay, this gun is overpowered, gonna use that for a while. Shit, they patched it. Well, now this one's kind of overpowered. Let's switch to that, and like riding the meta in this way.
It's broken mostly in like the bloom effect of the guns. Like, that is wrong. Like, that's going to be at like day 2 patch. Like, that's coming now. The patch that's going to fix the bloom on the guns and everything like that. It's overpowered in that, like, it packs a punch and doesn't have that much recoil, and so that makes it like a solid option and everything like that. But the biggest thing is that it's not broken. Most of the other guns in the game are like broken and tough to use at like medium long ranges, and this one isn't. And it's relatively achievable at level 18. Like, most people who are kind of dedicated to the game are either there or like almost there. And like,
I mean,
I don't know. You can use it for like a couple more days until they patch the bloom thing, and then it's only going to be like normal overpowered and not like the only usable
and then
gun.
like with the portal stuff in there, which I don't know, played a little bit of that, but that all seems fine. It's like, oh, cool, you don't like Battlefield 2042? Well, you can just kind of play Battlefield 3 again with all of your friends, and that's not that bad.
So Ryan and I played a little bit of Portal last night, and we got duped a little bit on a server, potentially, and the server name was like XP Farm Easy Low Skill Low HP Bots or something like that, and we spawned in, and we realized we couldn't sprint, we only had knives. And the enemy could one-shot you.
I heard about this.
With any gun, and then Ryan's like, oh no, we're the bots.
Yeah, they've made us the bots. But also, like, the whole XP farm thing, like, they basically, in order to deal with the XP farm stuff in Portal, they just decided, we'll just put a cap on the amount of XP you can earn in a day from Portal. It's like half of one conquest match.
No.
So,
but then... to your point, Ryan, I know that a lot of people have kind of been drawing comparisons between Battlefield 2042 and Cyberpunk 2077. Donkey, just like before 20 minutes before we started recording, put out a video, Battlefield 2077. And I get it. Like, both of the games were to some extent broken on launch, but I think the difference between the two is that, Battlefield can turn into a good video game. I don't think like a peak video game was underneath the grime of 2077 at launch.
Well, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier about it. It wasn't that Cyberpunk had a good game covered by grime, and it wasn't that there was a bad video game underneath the grime. There was grime mixed in with some good game, and then there was nothing underneath it. Most of the game was not there. There were so many things that you could tell, this is supposed to be a feature, and it's just not there. This is supposed to be a location, and it's not here. And it wasn't that they had the game, and then there were a bunch of things wrong with it, like Battlefield. Like Battlefield, the game is definitely there. It's completely there. There's just a lot of things that are not working right. And if you have something there that is broken, you can fix it. Cyberpunk didn't have the parts there. They don't need to fix it. They need to make it still. So it's different.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, the people trashing Battlefield, like, I don't know how much more fun I would be having if the game was perfect in a finished state. Like, I'm having as much fun, I feel like, as I would be having if it wasn't, like, in the state that it's in. Like, I'm honestly, I know some people are like, they should have just delayed it and, fixed all the issues and everything like that. I don't think that'd be worth it for me personally. I think I'm having as much fun in the current state while they fix it. And then when they fix it, it'll kind of coincide with probably when I start to fall off the game. All of a sudden, there'll be a bunch of quality of life improvements. Bam, I'm right back on it. Like, I think it's actually going to work out best for me personally, where I'm like still having an absolute blast playing, and then also I play it as like a podcast game now, and that's rare for me with like a shooter. Like, I just kind of don't care that much, so I'll just fly around to objectives and like sit on them and do my best to kill people, but not really care. And then
it's hard to
get XP.
Care about getting super hardcore with it instead of just having fun when there's no goddamn scoreboard. And like it's kind of like what you were saying earlier. That was definitely an intentional thing, because they're trying to get people to play the game instead of focusing on actual score and kills and stuff, which I'm coming around on it a little bit, where now it's like, now I get to just play the game and have fun instead of caring that much about it. But I wish the scoreboard was still there.
Like, a lot. I still feel like I care about winning so much, so I might as well have a scoreboard. Like, there's nothing that's going to prevent me from not caring at all. But like, because it's 128 player servers, at the end of the day, the amount of impact that I'm going to be able to have on a game is just not going to be that high. Like, even if I'm one of the top performers on the entire team, it's not going to matter that much if I'm like tuned into my headphones, listening for footsteps at every single corner and 100% focused. Or if I'm flying around to objectives, I'm serving as a mobile spawn point for my entire squad and like a foothold for my team on certain objectives, and also listening to a fun comedy podcast put together by a bunch of wacky Australians. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of enjoyment. And then when we play together, I feel like squad play is there. Like the squad play element that they put into the game is like really solid, I feel like right now. And I really enjoy like how you can daisy chain different like specialists together and shit like that and like work their abilities together. And it's something that I'm sure we'll dive into even more as like we start to actually figure out how the game works. We can carve out little niches for ourselves and everything. But like when there's a 2-man squad, when it's like me and Andrew, we can both go Sundance and just fly around and be like harbingers of taking objectives for our team. When it's like a 3-man squad, we can do a little bit more like vehicle play and like kind of being a force. And then when it's like a full 4-man squad, we're like fully geared up, like, you know, in tune, working together and making things happen. Like it's cool how it has like different levels of,
and that's still like a great video game experience. I don't know you're getting anywhere else where like as a full squad you are rolling up, taking out a full squad, reviving your teammates who went down, which I think that's a great move. Being able to revive your squad mates regardless of class, awesome. And then like having 1 or 2 more encounters like that in a row until eventually you get wiped. Like that's when you have a really good run in a life in Battlefield, like there's nothing else like it. Yeah.
It's so rewarding. When you roll up on a flag and it's you and you know you have a couple more squad mates coming in to like follow you up and you see it's like 2 on your team and like 8 on the other team and you're just like, shit, we chose wrong. All of a sudden you get a kill, like 1 person on the other team leaves, then you see the vehicle come up, you fucking blow it up with C5, like you and your teammates actually take it down. You know, you get like a triple kill squad wipe. All of a sudden a couple other squads from your team roll up and now it's like 12-1 your team and you're like, we did that. Our squad came in and single-handedly changed the outcome of this game. Like in a server of 128 players, our 3 or 4-man squad actually turned the tide single-handedly. Like that's super rewarding. So it's there. It's 100% there. I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
The glitches are just what they are. I guess I feel like it's a well done beta, and we'll see what happens as the game progresses.
Definitely better than the beta.
Yeah, exactly. This is the beta. It's a live beta to mass market that cost, unfortunately, $70. But it was either that or what? I mean, I feel like it would take at least 4 months for them to actually finish the development of this game. And then there would still be bugs day one because you just can't QA for everything. You can't play test everything. So, like, why not like release it as long as it's playable? And I'm sure for some people, it's not playable.
And if you're one of the people who paid like $100 to play the game a week before it was released to the general public and are complaining about it being busted, don't pay extra money to beta test a game.
Yeah. Don't reward that behavior.
Sorry.
That's
but
what it is.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of your fandom. Well, all right. Any other closing thoughts? I feel like we are winding down on this one. No? Okay, then. Thank you all so much for listening to episode 165 of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, which will almost certainly be titled, "Oh No, We're the Bots." If you enjoyed what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for highlight clips. ActBlue link in the description if you want to help a collection of great progressive causes. Support us through Patreon and join the likes of the terrific Tiffany Cole, Sucky Badger, and sensual Richard Nixon. Also be sure to email us your questions and business opportunities at voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter for updates at V2_podcast, and follow me at LucasTheWriter on Twitter to keep up with all of my writing. Good luck with your Thanksgiving week, everyone. Hope it's a great one.